What's up, people? What's happening? How you doing at home? It's your boy, the best guy ever, here with a new thing for you. Guess who's back with a 64 gig memory card I'm using right now? This guy! Man, it feels good. My old memory card got fucked up. I'm using a new one. Anyway, I'm here with an announcement. It's not a big deal. Just, some new shit happening with the channel, with my life. Making some best guy ever announcements is what's happening here, right? Let me consult my notes. So, you know what? Before we get into that, how about this background, right? Check this shit out. Look at all these dudes and my girls in the back. You know, to be honest, I feel like the urge I have to say this. I don't even give a shit about Ryuko. I don't even like Ryuko. She's okay. She does not belong here amongst my wall of perfect waifus with Stocking and Satsuki. But I put it there because, like, she's a set. This artwork I got at convention is the same. It goes with Satsuki. It's like a perfect set. So, like, I put it up there because it frames it well. You know, I don't know, man. Ryuko's okay. Everyone's already gonna hate this video. All right, hang on. Thirsty. Cincinnati beer. Yeah. Yeah. All right. What is this? Cream ale. Strawberry pig. Cream ale. It's a Cincinnati thing. You probably haven't heard of it. Okay. All right. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh, yes. Okay. So everybody, here's the announcement. Here's the deal. So I'm making a new channel. All right. It's called Bestie Boy. All right. It's going to be the Demolition DV2 of Best Guy Ever. You know, it's going to be the Digibro After Dark of Best Guy Ever. You know, it's going to be my secondary channel where I post shit that doesn't belong on the main Best Guy Ever channel. Because you see, I'm a perfectionist, you know. I don't think you can see that if you look at my videos. I take a million years to finish anything I start. Because I get these ideas in my head and I have to make them real, you know. I have to finish the vision I have for the most part, and not all the time. And the artistic process involves compromise, but whatever, you know what the fuck I'm saying. It takes me a long time to finish videos, largely because I'm busy, but nonetheless, that's what it is. So I was thinking, I've been seeing what Dig is doing, I've been seeing, you know, the landscape of YouTube and what works on YouTube. Taking months to finish a video and put it out is all well and good. It's fine. But frankly, you do better in this shit when you release like a vlog that you just recorded. I mean, you gotta have personality, but I mean, come on, look at, I got personality, right? If you can release like a video a day of like whatever the fuck you're doing, you can edit a little bit if you want, then you'll blow up. I mean, you won't necessarily blow up, but it's better. It fits the algorithms, it fits the success formula of YouTube better than making objectively the best videos of all time, which is what I do, and then releasing them like, you know, twice a year or whatever, you know. And yes, I'm trying to address this with like hiring editors and shit, but like it's not enough, because even having an editor, even like the One Punch Man video, even making that took a ton of my time. Because like I supplied the audio, I wrote the fucking script, come up with what the video is going to be about, you know, fucking put it all together. I edited all the audio myself. And then I got to do, you know, we got to work together to make the visuals work, you know. It takes a lot of time, so I'm getting off track. You understand. My channel, I love purity, you know. I love things being as pure as the driven snow. It's what I'm all about, you know. And I love purity like like whatever you're imagining, the kind of man who loves purity that you're imagining, that's me. That's what I am. In this metaphorical example. What the fuck am I talking about? Jesus Christ. I feel like Jesse right now. I'm extremely depressed. It's not a joke. But, so Bestie Boy is going to be the channel, and it's going to have shit like this, vlogs, updates, so that I don't have to put this kind of shit. And like the music video I made for the anime rap battle, that'd probably go on there, because it doesn't really fucking belong on Best Guy Ever, which is supposed to be for, like, the best anime analysis review videos on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't belong here. So I know what you're thinking. Well, guy, what are you doing putting this video on here? Well, I'll tell you, it's not ironic. It's a good purpose for that. This video is just to let you guys know that's happening, so I don't have to do this shit again, and to introduce anyone who's on my channel into that shit, because let's be real, my channel's pretty fucking small. It's not big. It's not a big channel. And, you know, I've always had the mindset, you know, in life that you gotta fake it till you make it. So, like, this is the strategy of guys, you know, like, who are bigger, who they've got their main channel and then they got their side channel. So, you know, figure I'd just make one of those, make one of these, so people know what's going on over there. And, you know, redirect you to it. As well as introduce what the typical content on that channel is gonna fucking be, alright? So here's the meat of the thing. So I'm just gonna launch into my first one, which I've probably titled the video to include what it's gonna be about, but you'll see. So I'm going to do a little transition now. I'm going to launch into my spiel on that shit. And then you'll have an idea what the fucking channel is going to be. So you know if you want to fucking subscribe or not, you know? That's the deal. And that's it. So, all right. So let's do a transition, all right? Shake it out. Here we go. Oh, God. I'm dizzy. Ugh. Shit. Okay. So, oh, shit. Hey! She didn't belong. She knew she didn't belong, and she left. Okay. No offense, Ryuko. I like Ryuko. Let's calm down. I like Ryuko. She's just not a waifu. You know, whatever. All right, so, you know, okay, so here we go. Here's my thing. Because I'm going to start... oh, by the way, this is where I'm going to, like, upload this to the other channel, just starting from here, so that's why I'm doing this whole transition thing. All right. Okay. I've got a problem. And that problem is idiots. It's people who just don't fucking get it. Who just don't understand the way the world works. All right? So this video is partly a response to shit some people have been saying. All right, now, I'm not going to name any names. No, I fucking am. So I've been talking to my buddies, Digibro and Hypocrite, and they're idiots. I hate them. I don't like them anymore. They're dummies, and I'm going to tell you why. So we've been talking about this word Metroidvania. Digi made a video on it. But forget the video. Videos are retarded. As you can see, we talk amongst ourselves about this shit all day, every day. So there's been some issues. We've been debating the validity of the term Metroidvania, whether it has any purpose, you know, as a descriptor of games, as a word in general has been one of the things. And I mostly was arguing with Hypocrite, but Digi, he made his video, which I didn't even see until, like, right as I started turning on the camera. I was like, I mean, I think he made a video. Let me go check it out. So I watched it. Didn't even fucking pay much attention to it. I got the gist. I skimmed through it. I get his argument. Made some, you know, I don't even need these fucking notes. I know exactly what I'm going to say. So this applies to both of them. To both Hypocrite and Digibro. About how they're fucking wrong. How they're completely wrong. So both of them have a contention, right, with the word Metroidvania, thinking that it is a useless word, right? Something along those lines. You'll have to ask them. That the word isn't, like, if you see that word describing a game, it tells you nothing. It's pointless. It's useless. And I disagree. So that's the gist. I mean, Digi went on this whole rant. I think Gibbs' argument was more valid, frankly, because fucking Digi goes on this tirade about how fucking, like, he describes the mechanics of Metroid versus the mechanics of Igavanias and classical Castlevanias, and I know that fucking bitch ain't played Igavanias like I played. He doesn't know shit. He's an outsider talking like he knows what's up. We know. You and me know. He doesn't know jack shit. So, God, it made me so angry It made me so angry to watch that because he's missing the entire point. Okay, so he's describing the mechanics of how a Metroid is exploration based and about bosses are like ultimate challenges, while Igavanias are like grindy RPGs, you know, whatever, and with fighting is like the main conceit. And then traditional Castlevanias are, I don't remember what point he made about them, but we all know they're different. They're not normal Igavanias like Castlevania 1 and shit. So the whole problem with that, I mean, his points are all true. Everything he's saying is true. Igavania is not to Castlevania original, is not to Metroid. So using the term Metroidvania, it's true. It does not tell you which of those you're talking about. But the problem is when you say that the term has no point, has no value. Because these guys, right? And I was arguing with Give and Take, with Hypocrite especially about this. He was saying that, like, when you use the word, like, I played, someone recommends me a Metroidvania, right? And as if I'd want to play that game. And he was acting like that's the only descriptor that's used to describe that word, right? Like he was saying, like, someone would tell him a game is a Metroidvania, and, like, he should know instantly whether or not he wants to play it on that basis. But that's such a fallacy. That's, I don't know, false equivalency. Who gives a shit what the word is? The point is, it's bad. It's not good. Because nobody says, this is a Metroidvania. I know you like Metroidvanias, so you should play it on that basis. Nobody does that. That's not a thing that happens in real life. These people are living in a fantasy world. You see, what happens is, you see a description of a game, and one of the tags is Metroidvania. And when you're talking to people about games, one way that you are informed about what the fucking game is, right, is they say the word Metroidvania. Because their argument is that it doesn't tell you anything. But let's really break it down. What does that tell you? And this is what they don't understand. I mean, I think Gib does now. Digi, I assume, doesn't, because I haven't explained it to Digi well enough, I guess. So he doesn't get it yet, but I'm going to try to fix that now. So when you use the word Metroidvania, what you're describing, really, is a Venn diagram. Picture a Venn diagram, you know, the two circles with the intersection. All right, my piece of shit retarded fucking camera died, the battery, so let's keep going where we were. Oh, God, I finished the video, and then I have to do it again now. Okay, so I was saying a Venn diagram, right? Okay, I was describing that a Metroidvania refers to a Venn diagram, is what's happening when you use the term Metroidvania. So, fucking, when you use the term Metroidvania, you're describing the intersection of those two things, the way in which they are similar, the way in which Metroids and Castlevania cross over, which is how people found the term to be useful, Metroidvania. So, what are the ways in which a Metroid and a Castlevania, where's my fucking drink? There we go. What are the ways in which a Metroid and a Castlevania are similar? An Igavania, because that's the one people bring up. All right, let's go down the list. There's 2D platforming, right? That's a given. 2D platforming, always. Exploration. Emphasis on exploration. And I know fucking Digi was saying that Castlevania has emphasis on fighting and exploration, but see, that's how I know that bitch-ass punk ain't a real Castlevania fan, because if you have not beaten all the Igavanias like I have, you don't know jack shit, my friend. If you haven't beaten Dawn and Aria of Sorrow, if you haven't beaten Graham with the correct summons with the correct souls equipped, and found out that Soma Cruz is actually Dracula, and gone on to the secret other castle and defeated all the super bosses down there, and fucking defeated Chaos and freed the world from Dracula's curse, you don't know shit about fucking Castlevania, alright? So I don't want to hear about no exploration in fucking Castlevania, alright? There's exploration in Castlevania. Igavania. Okay, so exploration, right? That's 2. And 3, we got, what was 3? Combat. Like, there's a combat focus, a 2D fighting combat thing. I don't know what you call it, but that's what it is. And that's shared across all Metroidvanias. These are things that are always there. That's what makes an Igavania. Fucking Metroidvania. So when you use the term Metroidvania, what you're doing to describe a game, what you're doing is you're saying this game is like Metroidvanias because it shares the common elements that are the core of what a Metroidvania is, those shared elements. It's a 2D platformer, exploration, combat. You got those. And there's probably more that I'm just forgetting right now. So, like, let's take an example, right? Shantae. Shantae is a great example. Shantae and the Pirate's Curse is a great fucking game. It's a great Metroidvania, all right? What's Shantae got? It's got 2D platforming. You know it, dog. It's got that fucking exploration, dude. You're exploring the whole fucking world. There's all kinds of shit to find in there. You get 100% Shantae, you gotta search. Yeah, what's the other one? And combat. Obviously, there's combat in Shantae. And like, what are the other elements? Okay, so like that's it. So we've now described how Shantae is a Metroidvania. It's got those things. Now you're not gonna know how the game plays until you actually play it, but you know it's got those things in it. Because here's the real issue. Like, Hypocrite and Digi were all fucked up when they're talking about the way people use Metroidvania. Because nobody in the world, and I hope I'm not repeating myself because I'm all confused now that my shit got cut off. Nobody in the world uses the term Metroidvania and then just stops. And then says like, okay, I've sufficiently described this game now. That doesn't happen in the real world. They're living in Fantasyland up there somewhere. What happens is, you've got a description of a game, and one of the words describing it is Metroidvania. All right? That's how it's something that brings you part of the way along to knowing if you're going to enjoy a game. Or not even that, like what the game is, what's in the game. Because you might hate fucking Metroidvania. You might hate every fucking game ever made. I don't know. And here's the wrong-headed thinking, especially of Hypocrite. And I love you, brother, but you're dead wrong about this. He said to me when we were arguing about it, he said, I don't know whether the game is going to be fun to me when someone describes it as Metroidvania. Yeah. No shit. That's true of every description you can give a game in so many words. It's one word. Like, can we have more than one word? Like, okay, if I say, dude, you like RPGs, play this RPG, you'll love it. Like, okay, I said you'll love it. That was good. That's good information. But I said it's an RPG. There's a million fucking RPG. RPG is like, you know what? To be fair to Gib, he said himself RPG was a bad term and doesn't mean much, and I sort of agree. So let's get away from it. Let's say first-person shooter, right? Dude, this first-person shooter rules. You should play it. Like, okay, what do I know about it now? Nothing. Like, Call of Duty is a first-person shooter, and so is Portal. You know, like, are they the same experience? Not even fucking close, dog. Not even fucking close. So, like, that's an equivalent thing to say. Describing something as a Metroidvania, in fact, it gives you extra information beyond just like RPG, action or action adventure, which is a terrible term that I hate. First-person shooter. Like, yeah, those are just the first steps to understanding what the game's about. You're never gonna, and like he's complaining about not knowing if it's gonna be fun. You're never gonna know if a game is fun, really, until you've played it. But like, I'll cut you some slack and say until you've like seen in-depth reviews. The fastest way is to just fucking play the game. But like, you watch like a Matthew Matosis review of a game, right? Like, I want to play Catherine because Matthew Matosis made it sound so dope, right? And that's the long and short of it, dude. And like, and Digi's whole thing about how like the mechanics are different in them. Like, none of that's totally missing the point of the term Metroidvania. The term refers to the intersection of them, and it is applied to other things. So like, yeah, okay, I'll give it to you. If someone just describes this game as a Metroidvania and expects you to like form a judgment on the game based on that shit alone, like, they're retarded. That's not enough information. You gotta have more information. But like, that doesn't happen. Nobody does that. I don't know, like, does Steam label games Metroidvania and like that's it? I don't think so. I don't use Steam much, so I don't fucking know. But I don't believe that. That's retarded. No one would do that. It's just one piece of information. It's like getting mad. It's like these guys, it's like Digi and Hippo are getting mad when someone gets halfway through a sentence, right? And then they're just like, well, what the hell, man? I don't know what you just finished. And then they're like, dude, I'm about to finish. Let me finish. And then they go on to describe it. It's like, give people a chance to explain the whole game. Like, to say that they're mad at the word Metroidvania for not being descriptive enough, that's really a war on the entire language, because couldn't you accuse any word of not being descriptive enough? Like, I want a word that means a 57-year-old, fake-titted, blonde porn star who I have had consensual sex with, right? I want a word for that. I'm going to call him Bazoonga. It's a bazoonga. Why isn't... Okay, every word should be exactly as descriptive as bazoonga. Why isn't that a word? Like, I'm mad at those other words that I had to use to get to the word bazoonga. Why is this a thing? It's just, you're on the way. You're on the path to understanding. And that's it. That's the argument. Like, are you understanding where I'm coming from? Do you understand my frustration? It's like they're getting mad at the term for not describing things well enough when that's totally irrelevant to the conversation because you're getting there. Like, give it a chance, man. They're going to describe what the thing is you're talking about. I don't know. Like, I see, like, Hypocrite made a point that, like, the term RPG is, like, vapid. Because, like every game is a role-playing game. You're always playing the role of something, right? So, like, what does that term even mean anymore? Well, I can kind of see what he's meaning on that. But, like, the thing is, the word does give you some information. Why would you get mad at a word? It's giving you information. You can not use it if you want. I mean, I guess if other people are using it and you think that it's retarded, then okay, sure. But, like, there's lots of words out there to get mad about. What's wrong with this one? You know, there's lots of vague words out there. Why get mad at this one? Is it because it stands out? Is it because you, like, want better? I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't see it at all. Man, I don't know. I'm gonna have to kill him. That's the end of it.